because I know as introverts, we need time to marinate. We need time to think about how we can serve somebody. We're not somebody that can just rattle something off really quick unless it's just something that we're really passionate about.
Hey, ambitious woman. Sheila Botello, self-care strategist, creator of the Season Self-Care app and of the Connect with Sheila Botello podcast. Thanks for being here. I have a special guest coming on today to talk more about the nuances of women, wealth, and worthiness when it comes to taking care of yourself, looking your best, feeling your best, being able to show up in such a way that really empowers you in your business to be able to help other people. I have Inga Faye joining me today. You're going to be meeting her shortly, and her real focus is on helping people in this way. We have connected over the last, I think a couple of years now. We've been in contact, and she has been really instrumental in helping people get clarity on how they can show up feeling their best to truly being able to translate that into success in their lives and businesses. Inga, hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy you could be here today. We actually met on LinkedIn. So I was like, oh, what's your Instagram handle? But of course, there you were, Inga Faye. And so I would love for you to share. I gave a really tiny little introduction. I would love for you to share your full name, your work that you do in the world, like your own way of introducing yourself so everyone can get to know you.
Sure. Well, my name is Inga Faison-Cavitt. I go by Inga Faye, and I am an authenticity strategist. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, what does that mean? Basically, what that means is I work with women, primarily with women, to really help them be the best version of themselves. And I do it in two ways. First and foremost, I work with women with introverted tendencies that are in the coaching and consultant space and really help them use their innate gifts to build their business in an extroverted world. And then in addition to that, I'm also a beauty enthusiast that is really all about just helping professional women be comfortable in their skin. Because I know that when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you can definitely do more. So you'll be able to really walk out your passion, what you were truly put on this earth to do.
I love that so much. An authenticity strategist. I love it because it's the thing that I think we're all wanting more of is that authenticity from others. And so we have to start with ourselves.
Right.
Because I think like attracts like. So I'd love to hear, Inga, what drew you into this work? I know you started out in direct sales like me, which I love. Direct sales is the best. And we were just talking, maybe you could speak to this. What was your previous sales ideology before getting into direct sales, and now how do you feel about sales? I keep doing the thumbs up and getting the little thumbs up. I'd love for you to share that what brought you into this work, and then how has your relationship with sales evolved over time?
Yes. So I started in direct sales, probably about 20 years ago. And I really did it just to be around some positive women. I am a mechanical engineer by training, so I was always with the guys. And it was just great just to be around positive, encouraging women that were really wanting to empower women to be their best selves. One of the things I think I have learned during my transition over, going from direct sales and even into my coaching aspect of my business is that it is so important to be your authentic self. I think there were times that when I started in direct sales, I did things that I think were really genuine to me. And the reason I say that is because I was trained by extroverts. Of course, people are going to train you to do the things that they know how to do and the way that they know how to do it. And I think at that particular time when I was doing that, I really didn't feel like my authentic self. I was kind of faking it. And I think that was probably energy that other people felt that I really wasn't being true to myself. So one of the things that I see as a benefit to the pandemic was it allowed me to do some things a little bit differently, really make that pivot in my business that allowed me to find tools and strategies that really resonated with me that I could use in my direct sales business as well as my coaching business. So I think I've kind of evolved in my sales. I think I was more transactional. I had more transactional type of relationships with my customers prior to me learning how to really use or work the business my way, where I feel like I have more genuine and real relationships with my clients now.
I love that. And I've heard it said, I know Tony Robbins has said before, like he considers himself an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to, the work that he does, I relate to that. Like I love music, I love creativity. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs could probably identify with that artistry. And then of course there is like the structure, which is it's an art and a science. It is a mixture.
Right.
And of course, I'm sure you really identify with that because you're an entrepreneur and you have that mechanical engineering background.
Right.
However, the beauty of that artistry and creativity of entrepreneurship is you get to play with your
Yes.
curiosity and
Yes.
do it your way. And I love it so much because yeah, we will learn things. Oh, but then we are not robots. We will never do things really exactly the way anyone else will. So I love that you're encouraging that. And that's where the
Yep.
authenticity comes. So thanks for sharing that. I think, yeah, I mean, how did that impact your sales once you actually shifted into something that felt better to you?
Yeah. It was like night and day in my sales. I mean, the amount of referrals that I get had gone up. I felt like I really struggled with referrals before. However, I'm not a person that wants to rely on them because I've had many of my clients tell me that some of they've had their referral sources dry up. So I think it's a very imperative for us to diversify our lead generation, similar to what we do for our finances. So we're not just relying on one type of source to get us the leads that we desire. So I was able to, like I said, expand my sales. I was also able to expand my reach because most of my customers were primarily local to me, and now I have customers that are literally all over the country that I very much love. So I'm meeting people from different backgrounds, from different locations, and it's really helping me to expand. And then as a result of that, I'm able to expand my team from a direct sales point of view, that I'm meeting because I have people all over in these different places that I can interact with and connect with as well. So it becomes like I have a text service that I use. Now I have to literally be cognizant of the timing that I'm actually sending out the text, because 6 o'clock here CST is not 6 o'clock at PST. So when they get the text, it's not the same time I would wanted to get them, like after work, that kind of thing. So I got to kind of be cognizant of that. Well, who am I sending this to, and what time am I sending it to, and when do I kind of really want to get this message to them, more so than just saying, oh, I'm just going to send it out at 6 p.m. CST. So it's just little things like that that I've had to kind of expand and think through a little bit differently that I didn't have to do before.
Yeah, there's so many intricacies. I know I have a global team myself, and it's been many years. And then with other work I'm doing as well with my clients, it's the same thing,
Right.
right? And so that really is the cutting edge, because you're wanting to really serve people in the way that resonates for them. So you're not only
Exactly.
being authentic to you and how you're showing up, but you're helping them in their own unique way.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty of what you're teaching though too, and modeling, is that, it's okay to do things differently,
Yes.
and it's okay to really tap in. And I just,
Yes.
I love that you shared like how you used to feel like it was transactional. And I felt the same way. I really did. And then I found that what really was beautiful was the connection of letting people decide where they land. And
Exactly.
that's how relationships expand over time. And that is where the referrals come from, because you're a safe place. You're a safe
Yeah.
person
Yep.
who's in there to really just share and let people decide. And I have to say, like, the way, like, we've been back and forth a bit, like on LinkedIn, and like, just timing has not always worked out for us, but it's been really fun to kind of witness what you're doing. And it's just been like to be able to lift each other up, right? Like what you were saying you achieved in direct sales, I feel like you're experiencing on LinkedIn as
Oh,
well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Because I'm a firm believer that entrepreneurship is a team sport.
Yeah.
So, it's not meant to do alone, and you definitely want to collaborate with people and find that common ground with them. Find like-minded people, people that really are big thinkers. Because when you hang out with those type of people, they're going to thrust you into really being the better version of yourself as well. So, I'm all about that as well.
Oh, oh yeah, I love that. It's like we're a link in a chain, right? And so here we are in the center, and we're reaching up to someone who's gone before us with more wisdom in a certain area, and then we're reaching
Yes,
back to say, "Come on, let's do this together." So we're all
right.
part of that chain, and the most beautiful, golden, lovely, slender chain that would look really nice with bright lipstick and bringing in the style elements here, right?
Right.
I love that. And so maybe tell me a little bit now about some of the offers that you are working on right now, some of the things you're inviting people into. I'd love for people to be able to come and work with you and kind of see what you're up to.
Yeah. So right now I am on as many podcasts as I possibly can be on to really increase my visibility and just show people that there is a different way to do sales, whether they're in direct sales or even just in a coach or a consultant. So one of the things that I am very strong about sharing with people is really getting to know who your niche is and then really finding out how you can serve them. I am a strong proponent of really making sure people understand what I call the A game. And the A game starts off with you want to ask versus assume. So most of the time when I say that, and people are like, okay, well, how do you do that? Well, as an introvert, like I said, I work with introverted women. We're not one to really be on the small talk realm. We're very passionate about our product or service. So if we start talking about that, we can definitely do that. But just small talk kind of stuff is not really our happy place. So what I found that I do and help my clients as well as my community, and what I'm really sharing with the world as I'm doing these podcasts, is that the from my humble opinion, the best way to interact with people and really have an icebreaker, really the perfect icebreaker, is a survey. Because a survey really allows you to feel real. It allows you to feel genuine. You're really finding out what the person on the other side is feeling, what kind of struggles that they may be having that you potentially solve, and then to find out if they're your customer.
Right.
So you're able to truly filter what they are saying. Yes, they are. No, they're not, instead of versus convincing. Because I think I had done a lot of that in the beginning when I started my direct sales business. So it really allows you to really find your ideal customer.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, one of the ways that I have done for my lead generation is to use the information that I get from these surveys to attract other like-minded people with the same type of issues.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone says, for example, because I'm in the beauty business, they're looking for a lipstick. I know before I learned how to do this, I would ask them about the benefits of lipstick. Do you want something anti-aging? Do you want something that's hydrating? Do you want something that's long wear? Well, what I came to find out is they're not, my customer's not concerned about that. That's just a benefit that they would get after. The ultimate concern is, can I find a lipstick that looks great on my complexion?
Oh, hello.
That's what they,
Oh.
yeah, that's what they want.
Right.
And then if it has all this other stuff, then that's great. But at the end of the day, that's what they want, something that looks great on their complexion. So then it was and it gave me the idea, well, that's what I need to start asking when I'm doing my lives, when I'm on these podcasts, when I'm writing various articles in these magazines that I'm a contributing writer for. Those are the type of questions that are going to attract the people that are interested in a lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I love about the survey, that it's not just for finding out what they're in need of, but it's also is giving me information that I could potentially use for copy. So even somebody that's not necessarily interested in the product or service that I offer, they're giving me information that I can write in my copy that's going to attract a person that could potentially be interested in what I offer. So that's the part that I absolutely love.
I that you're sharing this right now, because just yesterday I had one of my copywriter friends was on a live with me.
Yeah,
And so you're like, now how do we feed that copywriting experience? It's kind of a fun little addition. It's where would we be without knowing what to say to our people? Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. So that's the part that I absolutely love about the whole survey thing that I kind of just stumbled upon when I was just working to be my authentic self, and then being able to serve the people in professional women in the that were interested in beauty and wanting to level up their look so they could be confident in their skin.
Well, and it's so smart, because the fact that you're in the beauty industry, which I mean, I don't know, you probably can tell me what are the numbers, what kind, how much is the beauty industry worth? Like, is it important? Well, obviously people think so, because we're spending the money on the stuff,
Exactly.
and the consumer is getting smart now. They want to put good stuff on their body
Exactly.
because they know that the skin is like the biggest organ of the
Of their
body,
body.
and
That's
it
right. That's
absorbs
right.
everything. So I love that you're addressing it, and that you're taking it from that whole giving them what they want, because
Yep.
of course that's the magic sauce. um, and in the whole process too, allowing people, giving them a framework that feels safe for them to be venturing
Yes.
out.
And I guess that's another thing that I love about the survey, because I know as introverts, we need time to marinate. We need time to think about how we can serve somebody. We're not somebody that can just rattle something off really quick unless it's just something that we're really passionate about. So the survey also allows you to be able to have time to think about whatever the person has told you, and then come up with a viable solution that is customized for that person in their situation. And then if for whatever reason you're not able to serve them in the capacity they want to be served, then you have this network of people that you can say, well, I know Susie Q offers this, this, and this. So I think because you need X, I'm going to give you to Susie Q because I provide Y and Z. That's the kind of thing that I just absolutely love. Again, serving other people, also being in entrepreneurship as collaborations and not a competitive type of sport. So yes, highly, highly
Yes. And
appreciate
I
that.
believe that's the rising of the healthy feminine and the healthy masculine working well together. That there, there's more where that came from, right? Everything's everything. We're all connected. And Susie Q, you said that. That's what I used to call my mom. And I'd sing her the song. It's just, so that's come up twice this week. Oh my gosh. My mom must be like around here somewhere. Thank you. And I love the piece that you mentioned about marinating. I think it's something that all of us could learn. Like those of us who might get an idea and then run with it right away, and maybe a little too fast. Like, let's just
Yeah.
slow down. Now, let's take a beat. I think the world of social media has us believing that we have to, like, oh no, we're going to miss out. Keep going, keep going. And we're all
Yep.
walking around or running around with this activated nervous system.
Yep.
But what you just said, literally while you were saying, it gives us a chance to marinate and relax. I literally took a big breath and just like, oh, it felt really relaxing. And
Yeah.
what a beautiful way to approach our business,
Yeah.
from a relaxed energy, a way to approach our money from a relaxed money perspective too. Like, so beautiful. Well, Inga Faye, I so appreciate you sharing that. And I would love for you to tell everybody, where can they, obviously they can follow you here at Inga Faye
Yes.
and on LinkedIn, because you got, like, watch her LinkedIn game. It's like on point. And
Yes.
tell me more, like, what's your podcast? What, all of those things.
Yes. So I have two YouTube channels, but since we've been talking about beauty, I'm just going to focus on that today.
Okay.
My beauty YouTube channel is just at Do You Boo TV. So that's DOYOUBOO TV. So you can definitely find me there. I post pretty much Monday through Friday. There's always some kind of how to or product review that I do on there just to keep you with the latest and greatest tricks and tips in the beauty field. You can also just go to my handle, which is at Inga Faison, Inga Faison-Cavitt. That is how you can find me here on Instagram, and it has a link, just a link tree link of all of my different guides and quizzes that you can do to kind of figure out what you need to enhance your God-given attributes so you can be the best you can be.
I love it so much. I am so enjoying watching your star rise. And as you do that, so many people coming along and
Yes.
getting value, and rising themselves. It is a collaborative team sport.
Yep.
So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the work you're doing and for reminding us, it's what we have and what we are and what we want to do. I really believe too, it is a God-given thing.
Yeah.
That desire in our heart for that big, beautiful life and vision we have for it, it's there, it's innate, and we got to go for it in our big ways or in our introverted ways. It doesn't matter.
That's right.
Just being totally authentic to ourselves.
Yes. So make sure you guys come visit me. It's what is it? pages.doyouboo.me is my link tree. So pages with an s.doyouboo.me.
I love that name. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to being in touch. We'll be in the messages again and chatting about what's next. All the best, all the success. And
Thank you. Same to you, girl. Thanks for having me. This has been awesome.
Pleasure. Take care, Inga Faye.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye. Thanks everybody for joining. Have a great rest of your day. Big blessings.